Hey guys, it's Ellie, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a piece I'm doing for a charity event, basically. And to start off, I'm showing you which supplies I used. I used one Prismacolor Premier, which is what I was showing you right there for the outlines of the tree. And then I used Copic markers along with Artist Studio markers. I don't think I showed one of those. And brush markers, I used those as well. I excluded the studio markers by mistake. And I also used Faber-Castell Artist Pit Pens, and that's about it. So I'm going to start by doing some color swatches. I already done a few, but I wanted to be sure of how I wanted to color the background. So you see that those are those markers that I was talking about right there. So I'll tell you more about what this is. My drawing class is giving extra credit to anyone who donates a piece to a charity event that is helping like addicts that are recovering that go to our school. So and we can use it as like a gallery that we've been in and stuff like that. So it's a good experience, and you know, it always feels good to donate to a charity, right? So that's why I did this. The inspiration for it, the reason that my character Laila here is doing archery, which she wouldn't normally do, is because I was originally going to have her in a different pose that was a bit more, it was a profile view, so a little bit less dynamic, and it was a pose that a model did in my drawing class, because we just finished up doing figure drawing, and so I really wanted to use that pose because I loved it, but I realized the more I played around with it, the more flat it was. So I looked up some archer poses on Google and played around with it, and I ended up with the pose that I have. And I did a similar thing with the tree, actually. I looked up tree reference photos and played around with it and got this really cool twisty looking tree. And I think that's why you should use reference, not to, I mean, sometimes you can just copy straight, but part of the fun is when you work from imagination a lot like I do, that you can take the reference photo and then turn it around to whatever you need it as. So here you can see me, I'm starting to color, and I had the color scheme all picked out. I will try my best to put all of the supplies I used in the description, but I forgot to write them down, so if I miss a few, I'm really sorry, but it shouldn't be too hard to remember what colors I used anyway. I don't have a video of me making the character design for Laila, but there is a picture of it on my Instagram if you want to go check that out. This piece took me almost 3 hours. And I had a lot of fun. I did it over like a month, the original sketch, and then the refining and moving it over to another piece of paper, and then adding the tree, and then coloring. I'm really glad that I did it that way, though, because I feel like it gave me the time to really, take the time. Take it slow, not mess it up like I did with my YouTube Artist Collective piece, which is last week's video. That wasn't horrible, but I should have taken my time with it, and I didn't. So I made sure to take my time with this, and I feel like that was a lot more fun in the long run anyway. So moving on to some cool things I have coming up. As of recording this voiceover, I was just at Hobby Lobby to get a frame for this piece because it needs to be framed, and I ended up getting a bunch of extra art supplies to try out as well, and I'm about to record a haul video that should be up on Tuesday, and after that I am hoping to spread them out and not upload them all at once, but I'll probably be doing review videos for all of the products after I've tried them out for a while, so that's definitely something you guys can look forward to. There's stuff related to painting, which I don't do very often, so it should be interesting to get like a newbie's perspective on it. Markers, and even an eraser, which is kind of interesting because normally I just think of erasers as erasers, but I've heard that this one is supposed to be like ridiculously good, like it's a professional eraser, which sounds kind of weird, but I think it'll be a fun experience, especially since in school I use an eraser all the time, so it can't hurt to have more, right? I've also been thinking about doing more comic related videos because I know that those are kind of, sometimes, depends on the video, popular when I upload them. And I used to do them all the time, and comics is kind of my thing. So if you would be interested in me doing more videos related to comics, just let me know. I have plenty of things to talk about, but I just don't know what type of videos people are actually interested in. Maybe it would also be cool to do like me practicing making comics, because that is what I want to do, but I'm not so experienced at it yet, so I need a lot of practice, and maybe making videos like that could really help me do that and get that practice out on paper, and you guys can be along for the ride, maybe even do it with me. We can do a draw with me type of situation. That could be really fun. I may do that without you guys suggesting it, but really, do leave suggestions down below, because any suggestion is really nice, because coming up with video ideas for twice a week is really hard. And another more good suggestions would be for blog posts, because sometimes things aren't good for a video, but they're great for a blog post, and I also do those twice a week, and it's kind of hard. It's even harder to come up with blog post ideas for some reason. So definitely let me know, and if you haven't checked out my blog, I have a whole video on my YouTube touring my website for you guys. So, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to find out all about my blog and my website. Going back to talking about the piece, that branch that you just saw me color in, I actually, in the end up cutting part of that off camera, because the way that I colored the background, there was a part over there that ended up being really streaky, and it just looked weird, and I decided it would look better if I just cut that part off and made the picture a bit more square. And I think it really helped make everything look more together. I think that it makes it look more it implies more movement anyway. Like, it makes your eye move around more, because it's cut off and you can't see the end anymore. It kind of makes you wonder what's going off outside the screen. Like, it's not just stuck in the one frame of view that we see in this picture, which I don't know how well this comes off. This is my main concern with this picture, is that she's supposed to be kind of twisting and jumping off of a branch and getting ready to shoot an arrow at someone. And I'm not sure how well that comes across, and I just realized that she doesn't have anything to hold arrows visible anyway. I mean, if she has it, maybe she hides it under her skirt or something. I don't know. I didn't plan this out. Like I said, this character doesn't normally have a bow and arrow. I was thinking this could be a cool, fun kind of series to start doing and call it Dreamscape, because it's not necessarily real, but it seems like it is. And I could do it with a bunch of my characters. I don't know. I really think that would be a cool idea, because then it wouldn't have to be exactly accurate to the character, but I could still do some fun stuff. I don't know. That's something I'm definitely going to have to explore. And here you see me coloring in the background. Part of me does feel like I should have done the tree in the background first, but I mean, I thought that. I almost did, but I really didn't want to. I realized if I want to get excited about this piece and get it done, I have to color the character first, because that's what I want to do. So that's what I did, and at first I really regretted it. I mean, maybe I still do a little bit because of the extra effort that it ended up involving, but I regretted it at first because of all the streakiness, because it looked kind of weird. But I went in with blue colored pencil on the tree on the end, a blue Crayola colored pencil. I forgot that I even used that, so it wasn't at the beginning, sorry about that. But I went in with that and the same markers I used to originally color the tree, and I made the shaded parts of the tree look a bit bluer, and it really helped tie the tree into the background, so the background just didn't seem like this random thing that was just there. And also I made the tree go a little bit farther back into space, and there you see that I cut off on part of the picture there, and that's me trying to figure out which colored pencil to use. I ended up using just the regular blue, I think. I don't think it was any... I almost used navy blue, but I decided that was just like the tiniest bit too dark. But yes, this is the last thing I do on this picture, you guys, so I really hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and make sure to check out my websites where you can see all of my social media and my blog and my store. And if that's a little bit too much for you, also check out my Instagram where I post 2 times a day, and I post on YouTube 2 times a week and my blog 2 times a week, and I need to come up with an official outro. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday.